Welcome, welcome everyone to day 3 of stepping into the creative flow. I am super happy that you're here. I want to say congratulations if you made it through day 1, day 2, and day 3. I just want to give you guys all a big virtual hug and be really, really proud of yourself for showing up for yourself, right? So this is a practice where we are making a commitment and then having to recommit because life happens and we kind of step out of our groove, and it's an opportunity to just get really clear with our intention and know what we want and really be able to focus and dive back deeper into our practice. So this is a part of the process, right? Not to beat ourselves up. It's about having self-compassion and having fun, right? Having fun, getting back into the flow. We have some people joining us. Give them a few minutes for everyone to get here. I love that you're here on the Zoom. If you happen to be in the Creative Soul Online Retreat group, you're welcome to join us in the Zoom. I posted it. It's always amazing to see your beautiful faces. So if you could put on your cameras so that we can connect. I love that. I love that we can share this space together. So I was reading the post from yesterday for posting about what your block was, and then posting about what that flow looked like. And I didn't get a chance to comment on everyone, but I just want to say thank you so much for all of you who did, because it can't be all in one person, right? This is community, and as community, we support each other, and as community, we uplift each other, right? We get to see each other rise, right? And I think that you're kind of seeing that, you're not the only one. I think a lot of us, we kind of get stuck in our head and we feel like we're the only ones feeling this way, and we can really isolate ourselves. So especially with those blocks. So I'm going to post a question and you can answer in the chat. Did you see some common themes between those blocks and the flows? Did you guys see something that was happening? Let me see, I'm going to go to my chat and just see if you guys noticed anything that was happening. You can post it in the chat. I noticed some similarities myself. Anyone else? Okay, the blocks were mostly black. Okay, that's a good observation. They're not colorful. Awesome. Lots of X marks on the block. Yeah, like we don't want to deal with it. It's there. Hey. Overthinking for the block, most definitely. We get stuck in our head. And then the flow is being playful with lots of spirals. Yeah, so that energy, right, with the flow. So colorful with the flow, most definitely. Someone made an interesting observation yesterday about there being a heaviness and like a weight with the blocks. And I would have to agree. I definitely sensed it. I think Maggie had a really amazing drawing. Like,
oh, come on
her. And I thought that was just really great the way she drew that. But yeah, I think that we're really hard on ourselves, and that's what that weight is, right? Like that the thoughts are weighing us down. And then with the flow was definitely that lightness and movement, which is beautiful. I noticed a few people bring up imposter syndrome, and I thought maybe I could cure mine by changing the label from artist to artist, maker, craftsperson, or artisan, maker, craftsperson. Okay, so something that you feel more comfortable with. I also heard some criticism from art school classes. Yeah, we really do have to let go of any kind of criticism or critique, because remember, people are projecting their own stuff onto your work. So this is where we have to be really clear with our intention, right? And it was brought up yesterday is that like we gotta the more that we post and share our own artwork with other people, we're gonna find our people. We're gonna find people that resonate with our work. And not everybody's gonna like your work, and not everyone has to like your work, and those aren't your people, right? So the more that you can just be true to yourself, your authentic self, the people will find you. Okay, so that's what's most important. And yeah, and you can use any title or term or whatever excites you. I like to say creative because I feel like creative, and I like to say creative soul because I feel like we're soulful people, because creative is it goes over, it's like an umbrella. Like it could be like an artist, you're a photographer, you're a painter, you're a sculptor, you're just, we're all creatives, right? We're just these creative souls. So yeah, whatever title that you want to resonate with. But you're definitely not an imposter, because the thing is that we're all creative in some way or form, right? And it's accepting and like stepping into that power and allowing people to see it and share it. So this is a safe place to do that, right? So that's why I'm super grateful that you are here. Okay, awesome. So let's continue on. I loved your art from yesterday, and I can't wait to see what you guys create today. We're actually going to be doing a fun visualization in a few minutes and a response piece from it about being in that creative flow. But before we do that, I'm going to just share my screen just for a minute. Let's see here. And what am I showing? Here we go. Okay. So let's see here. Where were we? So the Creative Soul Society membership was won by Maria yesterday for her wonderful comments and posts in the group. And then today's prize, oh, actually, I'm sorry. So today's prize is called the Thriving Artist Business Course. And I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can get here. My online classes. Okay, cool. So this is where I can show you. So this is on my site, and it kind of like breaks up everything, so you can kind of see that it's in these 4 little pockets. So the Creative Soul Society membership is down here on the bottom. That's what Maria won. This is our monthly meetup.
Yeah, we can't see it. We only see your slides.
You can't see my slide? Oh, let me stop share.
If you're sharing your webpage.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know. So I will go to share screen. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So Maria won the Creative Soul Society membership, which is down here on the right. That's our monthly meetup. And then for today is the Thriving Artist Business Course, which is over here on the left. And I'm going to give you the details of who won that, because I picked a winner. And then today's prize for posting on today will be the Life is Your Masterpiece painting classes. So just to let you know, these 4 different things, the Life is Your Masterpiece painting classes are individual classes that you just go on all by yourself. It's independent work where it's about the chakras, right? And you get to do painting classes about the chakras and make your own chakra set. And the Thriving Artist Business Course is, again, independent classes. You go in the back end and see how to set up your business, right? So let me show you this one. The Thriving Artist Business Course is won by Nisha Gela, who I don't know if she's here or not. So I want to say congratulations. I loved her artwork. It had the flow and the block. If you guys remember, she shared with us yesterday.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't see you, but oh, is it Nisha Fine Art? Okay, you don't have your camera on, but yeah, you are welcome, and I'll give you access to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then for today's prize are these classes. So I will just show you here. So basically all these colors are of the chakras, and then I have a few more. Again, these are recorded classes. You go and you do them on your own. And just for clarity purposes, because people get confused, I know I have all these like different titles. I'm going to go back here on my class, the Art of Healing and Manifesting program. This is an actual where you get 14 individualized sessions with me, and includes all of these as well. So just so that you have clarity, if you're like, what is that? So that you know about that. Okay. So I'm excited to, let me stop my stop share. To let you know about that and see who's going to win for tomorrow. And I know it's not about the prizes, because for some reason there's always someone that gets upset if they don't win, but this is about doing the work, right? This is about doing the work of showing up. And part of when I do these for free experiences because it's fun for me to share the love, and I feel very honored that I get to be here and share this with you, is that I do offer, I opened up spaces next week on my calendar for 30-minute creative soul sessions. And this is a free thing where I can just help you kind of game plan a little bit about your next steps and get clarity, coaching, that type of thing, if it's needed. So that is on my replay page, and I'll show you that later. Okay, so let's keep going. So today we're going to be talking about rituals. And why I think rituals are really important is because it helps you create that structure. So we need structure to get in that mindset of showing up. So I'm kind of curious, do any of you have any rituals right now that you are doing? I noticed someone had posted in the group that they would like to do watercolor with some essential oils. I was like, ooh, that sounds like a nice one. I haven't tried that. But have you guys even thought about rituals, or are you practicing any rituals? And if not, that's okay. I'm going to go back to my my keynote here, and I'm going to show you. Oh, share screen is my dance party. So this is me. I decided to take a picture of my dance party of when I like working on a series or just trying to get myself in a groove. I like putting on some really good high vibe music, and that helps me set my intention. I was like, okay, what do I want to complete? What's the energy that I want to put into my work? You know, sometimes my work is, you know, intentionally for healing, and it might not be something that I want to share with the world. You know, it might be something, just something personal that I put in my journal, and that would be the intention for it, right? And then there's times where I will intentionally create art that I want to sell, like for my business. Like there's, you know, something that's inspired me. Like last year, I went to the beach like every week, during the summer, and I created this whole like wave series, right? And I knew that it was something I wanted to share with others. Like that really made me happy, and I wanted to share that love, right? So it's about being intentional, right? Thinking about how you want to show up and what is it? Are you doing the work for your own healing, or are you doing it to sell? Are you doing it to, maybe, I don't know, maybe you have some sort of contract with someone that you want to create for some other purpose, but, you know, being really clear with your intention. And so what I do, another little thing that I like to do is I weekly schedule. So I am such a planner, but that helps me because if I didn't have that structure, then it wouldn't happen. I do have my planner. I always have it with me somewhere around, and I block off times. I just say, okay, on Sunday, my Sunday is my plan for the week. And I will go ahead and say, okay, my Tuesday, Thursday are definitely my create days from 2 to 4 or something like that. So I will say, you know, this is for me, right? And like I said, it doesn't have to be every day. But you could also incorporate it in your day. So I'm going to share this slide with you because I'm going to ask you to pick a ritual today, because we're going to incorporate that into our visualization that we're going to do in a couple minutes. And here's some that I put on here. It says cleansing your space. I like having a clean space myself. Well, I know it gets really messy, so I do try to do that sometimes, but you can use smudge with incense or sage to kind of just clear the energy. You can create an altar in your space where you can like write your intentions or do a prayer or have crystals, or even an oracle deck is really nice if you want to pull an intention from an oracle card. You can play music to start off. You can have a dance party, meditation. Like I said, journal, you can set your intention, or essential oils. So as a community here, I'm gonna stop my share because I can't see the comments. But I want to hear from you. What would you like to add to this, or what would you like to, when we say commit, what would you like to do to start off your art sessions? Raquel says, I do a quick meditation and intention before I start painting. Beautiful. That's definitely a way to get grounded. Okay, Stephanie says, Moon cycle based artwork, such as setting intentions at the new moon. I love that. Victoria says, I'm struggling with my artistic voice, but I do try to sit and play for an hour. Okay, okay, play for an hour every couple of days. I set up tools in my color wheel so I can allow marks to flow. Yeah, I think that's really important. I think that the more that you show up, your artistic voice shows up. I know a lot of times I had struggled. I'm like, who am I as an artist? And what is my style? And it was funny. I would ask my friends, I'm like, what do you think my style is? And they would say, oh, you always have little bubbles in your work, or you always have this. And I didn't even see that for myself, but they said, you know, I can pick out your work. If you had it somewhere, I would know that one was yours. I was like, okay, well, that's good. And that means it's showing up, even though I didn't see it. So, you know, ask people. You can ask, like, can you reflect on me? What do you think is unique for me? And actually, the last 5-day experience that we did together, it was about finding meaning in your work, but it's also finding your specific symbolism in your work and the colors that you use. Because if you're consistent, you want to show up consistently, but you also want to be consistent with your work or that style, you know, commit for like at least a year of, what does this look like? You know, whether it's just collage, I can do collage for a year. If I do the painting, can I submit? Because that will really amplify your voice, okay? Because you're going to have that style come out in it. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Victoria. Lisa said, I get my diffuser going with essential oils. Ah, beautiful. And I know Lisa sells essential oils. So if anybody needs some Young Living, you can always reach out to her. Denise, I'm known as the headphones girl. I have special playlists for everything, including kickstarting my creative time. Beautiful. Christine says, I like the Oracle idea. Yes, I have like 6 of them right over here that I like to pull from to get me going as well. I switch on my pink bright lava lamp. Can you have more than one ritual? Yes, most definitely. Like I said, like I do the weekly one where I schedule it in. I like to play music. I actually like to clean off my area before I start because it helps get my mind clear. And it says, can you have more than one ritual? Do you recommend daily? That's up to you, Liz. I think that you have to find your flow and what works for you. If you want to show up daily, show up daily. You know, some people, I see artists that are like show up daily and they post daily. That works for them. That doesn't necessarily work for me in my life, but I can show up a few times a week and totally be satisfied and happy. And I can find success in that because I feel good about it. So, you know, you got to find your flow. Denise says, I'm also very tactile, so I like to just feel my art supplies in my hands as a meditative practice, feel their weight, take their color in, make some marks, and move them around on my desk. Beautiful. Jonesy, put in a new aromatic wax melt, put on music. And as Zenka says, ground herself. Sketch beforehand, but I think I should start meditation. Okay, so we can add that. Create your own oracle deck. Beautiful. I'm doing that as well. It's a lot of fun. Dr. Abigail Joseph says, start and end time with a chime of singing bowl. Ooh, I always wanted one of those. I'm gonna have to get one. Raquel said, music is very big for me. I always have music while painting and sometimes light and incense. And then Shireen says, I like symmetry in a clean space. So before and during, I tend to reorganize my materials and place them in certain color sets. Okay, thank you all for posting all this, because this is how, when we share that knowledge, this was, it gets us excited, right? Like maybe I can add something or change something. So this is beautiful. One more comment here. He says, an art professor from Maine College of Art says, your visual language is your visual language. It will be in your work no matter what. Yeah, and sometimes we can't see it, right? Sometimes we need that reflective distancing or someone else to say, hey, look at what's happening here. But it's definitely there. You're right. Rebecca says, a weird one for me is creating art outside or just going outside and taking some deep breaths. Oh, I love that. Actually, I'm going to stop there because part of the visualization is going outside. So we're going to, I'll stop reading the comments now. And, oh, actually, Patricia says, why do we need a ritual? How does it benefit your work? Okay. So Patricia, when we're just going into that creative flow, you know, routine is important and getting grounded is important, because I know for myself, if I don't ground myself or have like some sort of routine or structure, I'm going to be thinking about the laundry. I'm going to think about like my kid's next appointment. I'm going to be thinking, I'm going to be like on this to-do task that gets me all over the place, right? So if you can ground yourself and, pick things that are going to get you into that headspace. We talk about mindset is everything, especially from day one. Your mindset is huge. So if you just get yourself into that mindset, you're going to get into that creative flow. So when I talked about the research about the flow, right? So it's going to help you get there faster, right? Because you want to be able to bring that flow into your life. If you could nurture it every day, that's amazing. But if you can do it a few times a week, that's even better. But rituals are really they're beautiful. It's a beautiful practice to amplify the magic. At least it helps you get into the flow, most definitely, and turns on the creativity. Yay. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go back to that going outside because we're going to be doing a visualization. So I invite you all to kind of settle in. I'm going to, I guess I'll share my screen again. I created one little slide that says visualization on it. Create a visualization. I'll share that with you. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and settle in. I would love for you to just kind of put your feet on the ground and relax. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's the best way to do this because it'll help you get into that headspace, that heart space that we're going to be doing. And we're going to be going on a little journey together. So if you want to sit down and just take a deep breath in, stroke your shoulders up and release. Take a deep breath out. And then go ahead and close your eyes and place your hands on your heart. And feel your heart in your chest. It's beating. And imagine a little white light inside your heart. And it's glowing bright. And each breath in, it gets a little brighter. And that white light starts to grow with each breath in. So take another deep breath in. And as you breathe in, it starts to go out through your body and release. And take another deep breath in. And that white light is going through your arms and your legs and through your head. And it's radiating. And as this light is radiating through your body, you decide to go on a little journey because you have time today. You've scheduled it for yourself. And you've decided to start your journey by taking a walk outside to get some fresh air. You go down the street and you go to an empty field and you decide to walk through this empty field because you want to appreciate all the beautiful flowers that are growing there. And as you admire their beauty, you see a gate in the distance. And as you walk towards the gate, you see that it has a path on the other side. So you decide to open the gate. And you open the gate and you walk through it. And as soon as you walk through that gate, you have an overwhelming feeling of lightness. It comes all over you. It's a sense of freedom. You're free to be your true self. You feel supported. You feel worthy. You're just soaking in this amazingness to be your authentic self. And with this great energy, we decide to go back home to your studio, to wherever it is that you choose to create. And as you get there, you settle in and you practice your ritual that you chose. whether it's the meditation, whether it's essential oils, whether it's a dance party, picking an oracle card. Just imagine yourself doing this ritual. And you begin. You begin your art practice. You are expressive. You are in flow. Your art is appreciated by you. And most importantly, you feel satisfied. You get lost in the process and you feel so much joy. So allow yourself to receive this blessing, that this art brings you joy and your heart swells and it shines even brighter. And then all of a sudden, the phone rings and it's someone giving you an amazing opportunity with your life and your art. You're so excited. So you share the good news with someone that you love and they celebrate you. And you see that this is a ripple effect of the creative flow around you. And you breathe in the love. You accept the goodness. So take a deep breath in and release. You can bring down your arms. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So thank you for doing this creative visualization with me. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to draw a response piece from this visualization. I want you to draw it out. What did you see? It could include any part of that visualization. It could be the ritual. It could be that phone call. It could be the opportunity. It could be you in your flow, right? I would love to see it. So I'm going to look at the time. It's 12:30. I know we're just going to get started and you're probably going to be able to add to it, especially before you post in the group. So let's give ourselves a good 10 minutes. We'll go to 12:37 so that people have an opportunity to share. And so just use whatever materials that you have with you and whatever came up for you. Draw it out. You creating in your flow. You are doing. I noticed someone had posted in the group. Sorry about that. All right, you do not have to stop. Please keep going. Keep creating. You can be in your flow state. If you forgot what we're doing, we are, just to let you know, just a response from the story, from the journey. So it could be anything from you being in the flow state, like actually putting yourself in your creative flow, or it could be you doing your ritual. Maybe you're like doing a dance party before you get started, or just see what happens. Let the art speak to you. I just did a sketch myself. I didn't add any color, and I'm surprised what came up. And I always think that art is my oracle, because when I do my sketchbook stuff, I actually came up with me wanting like an art party, like an actual show with my artwork, and then have other people there too, like an actual meetup, like an event. So I didn't know that that's what I wanted, but that's what came up in my, I guess I'm craving, craving going back to art shows, because I haven't been to one in so long. So yeah, and it's me holding the phone, getting that phone call of this opportunity. So yeah, so whatever it is for you, you might be surprised of what shows up. No judgment, just allowing yourself that opportunity to let your art speak to you. Lisa says, I love it. Our subconscious shows up in our art. Yeah, most definitely. Your art has messages. So that is the message for myself. That is something that I actually want. So I need to make some art. I have some art ideas, just need to follow through. All right. I would like to invite you. I love sharing. I feel like that we learn from community, from each other. So if there is anybody, I know might not be finished with your drawing. Like for mine's just like a simple sketch, right? I can always add some color. But if anybody would like to kind of share where you're at, what came up for you, Victoria raised her hand. Awesome. So let me highlight you. Thank you for being a brave soul. Add spotlight. Okay, hi Victoria. Oh, you are muted, so if you could unmute yourself, that would be fabulous. Hi. I can see your picture, I just can't hear you that well. Do you have headphones on? Oh, I like the rainbow.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna lean in. Go ahead and see if I can hear you.
I basically, when I went through the stage, I felt a lot of color.
Oh, I can't really hear you. Would you be able to take off your headphones by any chance? Do you think that might be it? That's what happened yesterday. Or just unplug them? I mean, unplug them? No?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead. We'll try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Can you hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, I'm trying to come out of, here we go. So when I went through the gate, I kind of felt hit by a wall color. I just wanted to draw something that represented this kind of reel feels more like it than say this, but I kind of felt drawn to draw that. So that's me.
What do you feel like it means for you? Is this like a representation of your creative flow?
Sorry, Leah.
Oh, I said, what do you feel like the message is for you in that drawing?
What do I think the message is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I'm only new to art, and I lack technical skill, but I really enjoyed what you said earlier on about being creative, because I would feel that I'm a creative person in how I would dress or design my home, my love for color, and so that's why I said earlier on that I just try to sit and play and kind of see what is being expressed. Nature is very important to me. So I'm trying to paint nature in a more abstract way, because I don't have technical skills, because that's my block. and I'm trying to move beyond the block.
Yes.
And so trying to do abstract is a way of moving around that, and kind of just what, you know, like for me, drawing that tree in some ways kind of felt unnatural. But in the moment of you asking me to do the exercise, that was the first thing. It was like, this is the easiest thing for me to do. This is the easiest way for me to express the color. Like if you were to ask me to do, like, just to show you, that's color for me, a way of expressing it at the moment where there's no pressure, there's
Right.
no demand,
Beautiful.
you know? So
I think that's what the message is. It's just like what you said. It's like, this is what came out for you, and this is like your expression, and not to have the block of saying, you know what, I can play with color, and I can, you can always learn techniques, right? But for you to be expressive,
yeah,
and what resonates with you is where you're at and what's important. So, I mean, I honor you for that. I mean, it's incredibly important to honor yourself, you know, and allow it to come out. So thank you so much for sharing. It's beautiful. I would say give it a title.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Thanks, I'll try.
Yeah, your art definitely has
Thank you,
a
Leah.
message. You're welcome.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you.
I'm going to invite Stephanie up, and she said she is willing to share. Let me see. There you are. Add spotlight. Okay. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello. Hi. So when you said to go through the gate and that, let's see, how can I, there we go. So I felt myself actually getting heavier and heavier until I kind of collapsed to the ground. And so that's me right there, kind of collapsed on the ground. And then I kind of had this vision of like rising above myself and kind of like growing wings and separating. So that's this little
Wow.
right there. Yeah.
So how did it feel when you had the wings and you were separated?
So then I felt lighter, more free. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was kind of like looking back at myself on the ground and kind of wondering, you know, what was going on with that? Like, what am I leaving behind, or what, you know, what do I need to let go of, I guess.
Great questions. And that's what I think the art is asking you. It's like, what do you need to let go of, you know, so that you can rise and feel that lightness, right?
Yeah.
So that would be a good question, like to explore. You can even do that in your artwork. I mean, as far as like journaling, it could be something personal that you create for yourself to explore. Like, I want to let go of this and this and this, and then I want to feel light, and then go back to your art practice, right? Do you have an art practice that you create regularly, or?
I'm not consistent at all with it right now. The resistance and the blocks are winning. So.
Okay. So we are recommitting, right? We're recommitting to stepping up. And what kind of ritual, or what would you like to incorporate so that you can step into this commitment?
I think right now it would be helpful to have some sort of prompt to get me going. Since I really do like the idea of the tarot or oracle cards. Like, those are always a really good prompt for me, just because the visual aspect of it really sparks something for me. So
amazing. Yeah, get a few different decks and play with that, and that would be like to get that flow going. And it doesn't have to be anything serious, just have fun with it, and then that inspiration will come. Oh, I love it. Okay, good. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, and
I can share, Leah.
okay,
Again.
let me see where you're at. Okay, let me add a spotlight. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, so mine was, it changed. So the field kind of turned into a garden. So there's the gate, like, welcome to your flow. And then I know I couldn't think of a field. I'm like, I don't know. So it just kind of became a garden, and there's my flow at the end. And I know, I'm happy. I know this was fun.
It reminds me of yesterday. You had the water there, right? It was like a consistency. And I love how you filled up the entire page. Like, you got it out.
Yes, I know. I haven't been creative in a long time, so I did. This was fun.
Good. You got the energy in there. I love it. It looks very complete and wholesome.
Thank you so much. It was fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa.
I love that meditation, Leah. Like,
Ah, good.
yeah, I think that like helps me get into the flow. Like, it's very cool, that visualization.
Yeah, definitely. You can always try visualizations if that, like, that could be a way to get into it. You know, there's different ones that you can always try. You can always like Google them or something, find them on YouTube. Thank you,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
Did someone else have their hand raised? I feel like there might have been one more.
It was me.
It was you. Okay, let me ask. I felt like there was one more. I didn't know who it was. Okay. Yay.
Let me see if I can. I've got light in front.
Oh, I
so-
see it. We see the rainbow and the healing bowl, the sound bowl.
Yeah, so that's the singing bowl. So I basically was visualizing kind of choice of ritual,
Mhm.
and it made me kind of think about, well, the field made me think of my love of flowers and
Mm.
wanting to like always have like some type of flower in my space. And I also have this altar that I don't really use very much, but I was thinking as we were doing this visualization that I could turn that into kind of my art ritual altar. And so just looking at having these different things that I can turn to start and my practice time.
Beautiful. And I could see you actually putting like flowers on that altar, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe, I don't know if you have an art practice now, but maybe that if flowers inspire you, maybe that would be a good place to start, of actually like painting flowers, drawing flowers, aspects of flowers, if that's what you love, you know, if it's like lifting you up.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Thank you so much, Abigail. I appreciate you sharing. Awesome. All right. Oh, we have Sandy. Sandy wants to participate. Okay, we'll do one more. So add spotlight. Hey, Sandy.
Hi. Oops. I love what you just said about the flowers on the altar.
Mhm.
That's great. Yeah. So anyway, I and Lisa's I did the same thing with pencil. So it's real hard to see because it's just little choppy things. But I was, when Lisa did hers, I thought, oh, that's because I've got, you can't tell, but it's water. Mine goes all the way back to water also. So I've got anyway, it's just a start, just a little sketch and start. But I just thought, oh, I could relate to Lisa's, and I hope and the flowers on the altar, that sparked something. I just thought, oh, anyway, I just wanted to jump in and say I love both of those. Those little
Yeah,
things sparked with, I
most
could relate to
definitely.
those.
Thank you, Sandy, for sharing. And yeah, whatever comes up to you, maybe in this sketches can be your inspiration. So if it is water, like I said, last summer, I was going to the beach a whole bunch, being around the water. And I did a whole series about it. Like it inspired me that, you know, that was like the universe telling me, do some ocean art, you know, do something with waves. So think about like what's showing up in there. And it could be the inspiration for the art.
Yep.
Right?
And I'm going to do the oracle cards. That's something that I've been wanting to do also with, and having them relate to the water. I think is real interesting. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, the
Great.
water has messages too.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And I'm out here in California near the water. So I'm trying to get there almost every day myself. So
Beautiful.
that's good.
Oh, it's good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Okay, that was awesome. Thank you all for sharing. And I'd say, like, as we share, we inspire each other, right? So I invite you to, oh, did someone else raise their hand? I keep seeing this little hand raised, but I don't know if it's anybody. So basically, the more that we share, we inspire each other and we learn from each other, right? We can give each other prompts and yeah, like learn and share, and it just increases that magic. So let me just share my screen one last time. Oh, there it is, share screen. Let me go back to the right page. Okay. Share screen. There we go. Okay. So at 5 p.m. every day this week, I've been posting a replay page. So if you happen to miss a day this week, no problem. There's day 1 up, day 2. I'm gonna post day 3. And then, like I said, I am offering 30-minute consultations. Are totally free. I call them the Creative Soul Session. If you would like to schedule one, this little green button is here on the bottom. I love to get to know you all more. And if you need more coaching or support, that's why I'm here. Okay. So I put that on the bottom there that you can always go back to. And then lastly, let me just go back to the prize for today. So I'm going to post this little sticker up in the Creative Soul Online Retreat group. And if you could just post your art underneath this so that it's all in one feed and it makes it really nice and clean. And then comment on each other, support each other. You know, we are here in community, and I know that you guys are feeling the love. So let's support each other, continue supporting each other, and sharing your inspiration. And that's it. And then this is the, oh, I didn't put the link up. I'll put the link of the replay page in the Creative Soul Online Retreat. So that's it. If anyone has any more questions, you're welcome to ask, or you can always post it in the Facebook group. So thank you very much for showing up. I'm very proud of you all. Sending you lots of love for the day, and I'll see you again tomorrow at noon. Okay? Bye.
Hi, thanks so much, Leah.
You're welcome.